Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to go over our top 5 Nomad palettes because there's a new release. And this time, you guys, it is for Christmas. As I'm filming this right now, we have like 53 days until Christmas, so it's right around the corner. I was so excited to see that they had already got out their Christmas palette because there is just something about the build up to Halloween and then it's over with so quickly. Christmas now is giving me something to now look forward to coming up because I love the holidays. I love Christmas. I love the Christmas movies that come out. One of the ones that we watch almost every single year is the theme of this palette. I'm so excited. It is the Polar Express, you guys. Oh, I was so excited to see this. The fact that they traveled to the North Pole is just super exciting all in itself. I live vicariously through them and their travels, and I get to see it in a palette, and I love that. I love that. So what we're going to do today is we are going to swatch this palette. So I'm going to have swatches there for you. We're going to take a peek at what this palette looks like inside, and then we are going to go through the top 5 of my current top 5 palettes, and then we are going to see if this one beats out one of the top 5. So if you're as excited as I am to hop on the Polar Express, then just keep watching. I'm so glad you guys decided to stay. Okay, let's take a look at what this one looks like. Okay, first off, I already took it out of its box because I'm so excited, but it comes in a one that has a cutout with the train. The attention to detail with this company, and like when the palette goes in there, you see the train, and when you take it out, you still see the train. Now, come on. Attention to detail. Like I say this every single time because it's true. Every single time. Come on now. Do you think I'm ever going to be able to throw away the boxes? No. I'm not, because I'm about packaging. I love a good palette, but I also love good packaging. So when you have both, I am just ecstatic. So keep in the box. All right, you guys ready? You ready for this? Look at this, you guys. I cannot wait to dip into that shifty shade in the middle because y'all know I'm all about the shifty shades. I love them. There's like the silvery, then there's like a cream shimmer, and then there's a white, your snow blues, and then the shifty one in the center. And these have like different, they're like a taupey color, but they have like different colors of sparkle in them. And then you have your brown warm mattes, and then you have like these cranberry looking ones over here in a gold that actually has other colors shifting in it. So I'm so excited for this. So we are going to do some swatches of this as well. But before we get into that, we're going to just review real quick. Currently in my top 5 is the Nomad, the Fuji 5 Lakes, and it looks like this here. Well loved, y'all. When you look at my Nomad palettes after I have had them for a while, they are well loved. I wear these, and so no judgment zone over in here, okay? You can't be judging me on my palettes, okay? So very pretty. I love the yellows, love the reds, the blues. So pretty. Now, if you're thinking, hey, that might look a little similar to the Polar Express one, I've already swatched some of these, so I kind of know what they look like, and then I'll be able to tell whenever I go to swatch the Polar Express as well. But I am going to tell you, the day that the palette launches, okay, so that's on a Tuesday, and so typically Monday night, I go live. And so before the launch happens, I'm usually live whenever the launch goes up. And that is what I'm planning on doing, is comparing the Polar Express to some of these other palettes. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, hit the notification bell and it will let you know whenever I am live. I usually post on my Instagram as well, so you know what time I'm planning on going live that day. Okay, and then we have my second one. These are no particular order in the top 5, but the second one in the top 5 is the Snow Lodge. And y'all know, if you've been here, if you've seen these top 5s, y'all know, you know, I've not let this one go. It's just, I love it. Okay. And then one of the newest ones, the Chicago Speakeasy. Again, no judgment. Like, I have wore the fire out of this palette, and it shows. It's so pretty. Love this palette. Have that multi-chromes in there. It's so beautiful. I need to dip back into this one. I get the new shinies and then I'm like, but I love this one too. And so I do need to pull this one out, but it's still in my top 5 and it's high up there. I don't even know which one's my top one anymore. I really don't. Like, I know that the next one has been my top, but I don't know. Speakeasy might be given its run for its money. I don't know yet. But I do love this one too, and I need to dip back into it because I love this little orange and brown. I love purple blue tones. I love that. I love red. Believe it or not, the orange is growing on me. I don't know who I am anymore. So that's the Nomad Royal Europe and then the New Zealand. And for so long, this has been my number 1.
Lighting has changed because I just realized that my lighting wasn't set up right. So. To be continued.
Okay, and then here is the New Zealand, and as soon as I pop this one open, I'm like, yeah, I remember why this one is always my top one. Now that we've reviewed my top 5, my current top 5, we will see if the new one will beat out one of these 5, which it's gonna be pretty hard to. It just is. It's gonna get harder and harder. We'll see. I won't know till I swatch and I do a look, and then I'll be able to reevaluate at the end of this video. So, on to the next thing that we're going to do, and that's swatches.
It's that time of year, hot cocoa with friends, warm memories made with family, and the magical wonder of Santa. We hope you and your loved ones enjoy a merry and bright holiday season. Thank you for your support in 2024 and a happy new year of 2025. Felicia and Auntie Nomad Cosmetics. New Polar Express Intense Eyeshadow Palette. The destination, sleigh bells ringing and trains choo-chooing. Come aboard the Polar Express to celebrate the excitement and the enchantment of the most magical time of the year. Join us on the wintry journey through snowy moonlit landscapes and past twinkling holiday lights while enjoying delicious hot cocoa. Feel again the childlike whimsy and wonder as we get ready for Santa. All aboard to the North Pole. The palette, a journey to Santa. Wintry blues and snowy whites, holiday crimsons and warm chocolates, and decorative silvers and golds inspired by the Christmas classic, the Polar Express. 8 merry mattes, 6 glowing shimmers, and 1 festival multichrome. The cause? We are so proud to support the WWF Global Arctic program to help maintain this resilient region. The Polar Express round trip ticket.
What do you guys think of those swatches? Absolutely gorgeous. And if you're noticing me in a new shirt, it's because swatching can be very dangerous to your clothes. I get eyeshadow on my clothes all the time, mainly whenever it's cold out and I have long sleeves on. Definitely ready to create a look, and you better believe I'm using this one. You guys see blue right now, but it's actually, when I look down on it, it looks purple. It shifts. It is beautiful, stunning shade. I am going to do a little bit of a fun, when I think of Polar Express, that is the eye look that I want to create. Let's just dip right into this. Okay, I'm going to take a little rounded brush here, and I'm going to go into Desert of Ice. Okay, now we're going to take that eyeshadow, and we're going to put this one in the crease. That's pretty. Wow. Super pigmented, but I don't know why I get surprised, because I do know that Nomad has like one of the best combinations of pigmentation and blendability. Pigmented to the hilt, but blend like a dream. I love that. I'm going to be doing a super icy snow look, but what I did notice is one of my favorite ways to combine blue eyeshadow is to do it with browns. If you're scared of blue eyeshadow, this is how you can do blue eyeshadow. I did that once before, and I believe it was with the Nomad palette whenever I did it. Use browns and then a pop of blue, and it's beautiful. It makes beautiful looks. I'm going to shape that outer part a little bit better whenever I do the rest of it. Very, very pretty. I'm loving it. I'm going to take a little bit smaller brush, and I'm going to pick up the Nougat Candy and just kind of blend out the top of that blue that we just put on. Perfect blending shade for sure. If you're wondering why my voice sounds a little crackly, it's because it's like 2 in the morning. Delirious Debbie is here for sure. Now I'm going to carve out, this is just coconut oil, and that's solidified. And then I'm just going to carve out like a cut crease, and because then we're going to do a little bit of fun. And whenever I do a cut crease, I make sure that I go above, because I have hooded eyes, like there's my eyes. The lids are gone when my face is rested. What I'm going to want to do is, so that I can see the eyeshadow, is I'm going to take it on up. You know, we can see that beautiful shifty shade. And this is my little Nomad tin. I used up the balm that was in it, and now I have this. And I'll come back when I got this all done, because this is going to be boring to watch. Okay, so we have that area all cleaned up. I am going to take a sponge tip applicator because I do love these. I know that some people do like to use their fingers or brushes or anything like that. I do love my sponge tip applicators. Oh my goodness. So stinking pretty. Just wait. So it shifts like this beautiful purple to a teal to like a dark blue as well, and it is stunning. It is so sparkly, so beautiful. So you just see the teal, but oh my goodness, the purples in this are gorgeous. And it's like a rich purple too. It's so pretty. Pulling it back a little bit because I want a little bit of silver up in the center, kind of like a little bit of a halo eye there. And so I'm going to go into Silver Bell now. I'm going to spray that as well. Oh my goodness, that silver is gorgeous. And I think just to be a little extra, I'm going to go and I'm going to pick up All Aboard, which is like this iridescent white snow looking. I just want to see what happens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just want to put it in the center, but I get a little carried away, so I have to go back in with the purple and make sure that I'm not losing the shape. So stinking pretty. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. These colors are so pretty. I have no idea. You know, it's funny that I do these, now that I do these top fives, the thing that I'm thinking about pretty much the whole time is, how is this one going to kick out one of the top five? Like, I'm really mowing it over in my brain while I'm doing the look, because I'm like, my top five are my top five for really good reasons. And so I'm trying to sit here and go, okay, is this going to be good enough to beat out one the whole time? Like, I really do torture myself with these top fives. All right, guys. Oh, love. I'm going to do some fun little things with this whenever I'm off camera, because it's going to be a surprise, okay, whenever I do the rest of my makeup. So, but before I do that, I am going to go ahead and let's figure out what we're going to do on the underneath side. I'm going to take that smaller brush. I'm going to go into Frozen Sea, which is that really dark blue, and darken it up just in the corner here, just a little bit. I don't want to overtake where I put that shifty shade, but I just want it in the very corner, just a hair, okay? And if I need to put a little bit of that shifty shade back in there, I will. Just added a little bit more depth. I'm going to go in with that Frozen Sea, that dark blue. I'm going to spray it and underneath. If you've been here, you know this. If you're new here, I spray my mattes to go up underneath. It helps them to stay, but it also helps for full pigmentation. Got it a little bit.
I laugh at myself sometimes. Sometimes I start to spray my brush, and I'm pointing it at a completely different direction from my brush. Luckily, I saw it that time and sprayed again to spray the brush, but sometimes I put it on my eye and I'm like, there's no water, and there's no spray on that whatsoever. Okay,
so we got that. And I'm going to go into Polar Express, that really pretty shifty shade. And you guys, there's all kinds of purple in this look. You guys are seeing a lot of blue, but there's a lot of purple in this look, and it is gorgeous because it shifts to that purple. It's so stinking pretty. I'm going to go into that olive board, that white shade. I think it has just a hair of like a lavender shift to it, if I'm right. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think so. Just a tad. What I like about it is it's not so much of a shift that it takes it away from looking white, you know, because sometimes that happens, you know. All right, guys, I'm going to do some fun stuff with some liner, and I will be right back with the final look. I will go over everything that I used off camera whenever I get back, and then I'm going to be stressing about this. So I'm already stressing about it. So I know that it's gonna be a thing. So when I come back though, we're going to try to figure out if this one is going to beat out one of the ones in my top 5. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, this is my final look. What do you think? Very icy. I am loving how this turned out. I even put little icicle looking gemstones on the ends of my lashes. I did a pop of red in the waterline. I do have contacts in, and the contacts are called Polar Gray. When I saw that, I was like, I'm wearing that. And I really love how this turned out. So let me talk a little bit about what I did off camera. Start with the melt paint pot here that I used in the waterline. Absolutely already knew that I was going to do that when I saw the red of the engine. And so I was like, yes, we're doing the red in the waterline. And then I did also use the holograve liners to do a custom mix on my lips. And I used Trocar, and then I used Chirogenic, and I mixed those two to do my lip. But then I also added a little bit of the Kaleidos dark around the edges, and I also added this little lippy for a little pop of silver because I just kept mixing till I got it exactly how I wanted it. And sometimes I do that. I just love to just keep mixing lip colors together to get the exact color that I'm looking for. And this little one is like silver, so that really topped it off. And then I did use a little bit of this. I think I got this at Temu. So this is just like this little glitter liner. It's either Amazon or Temu. And I used that on this outer edge. But then I went on ahead and I used this Makeup Rituals little glitter. And I put that on top of it. And I know it looks pink, but it like transforms into green on the eyes, which is really cool. And I used this silver liner to do that right in the line for the cut crease. I also used these little glitter lashes to add a little bit of glitter to the edges. But then I also added some of these little blue crystals. This is from Magic Gems. And so I use that on to make the icicles, the little icicles on the edge of the lashes, which I really love. Also, if you know me, I absolutely love to try to pick out a shade to do blush if there's one available. And there's one available, Santa's Helpers. This one here is my blush, and I love this as a blush. And so I was excited for that. And then I took All Aboard right here, and I used that as my highlighter. So all in one palette, man. Every time I find one that I can use as a blush and a highlighter. So that is all that I used off camera. Now we have to get to answers of whether or not this one is going to beat out one of the top 5. Okay, we're going to take a little peek at this. I'm telling you, it's just amazing. So you see the teal and everything, but you can also see how it shifts to the purple. It literally looks like my background. It's just beautiful. Even more prettier and more vibrant in person. And I love that. And this gold and the silver and this like lighter gold. And it has other little colors shining through it. Then you have like this taupey. And I like that the fact that you can go neutral if you need to, but you can also jazz it up, and also the pops of the red. And it's not like a regular red either. It's kind of like, I would say that there are some like maybe some really warm burnt orange undertones, but it's just a beautiful red. It's rosy, but dark rose. It's just so pretty. I do have a lot of burgundy shades and stuff like that, and it's not like this one. So I do enjoy that. I know that the colors of these blues are hops. And then this really rich blue, love that. So I'm just talking through it. We're keeping this one. This one is not going to be a contender of whether or not. I have to narrow down these top 5 to maybe 1 or 2 that I would even consider. Not getting rid of New Zealand, that's staying, and I'm not getting rid of Chicago. So those 3 are staying, and these ones are going to be super hard to kick out. My Snow Lodge. So we're going to compare these 2, and same thing with the Fuji. See, I love the reds in this one, and they're similar but different. I love the yellows in this one. The shimmers also, like this little white, shifty white one. And I absolutely love the 2 blues in this one. Now, this one also, the same vibes of the 2. Okay. This one here, I adore. I love that green. I love the green shimmer. I'm sorry, like my hands have been in all kinds of swatches today. Even this blue, and it shifts. It's so pretty. And then that pink to blue, light blue shift. I like the fact that the Snow Lodge has dark darks to light lights. And so I love that about that palette. Really, I already know Snow Lodge is not. So really it would be between Fuji and Polar Express. I haven't done this before, but I'm just going to do some quick swatches on each hand. I take this very seriously, guys, if you can't tell. I don't just do it half-heartedly. I really want to make my top 5 mean that it's my top 5. Okay. That's not the whole palette, but I just wanted to get like just a good variety of the Polar Express on my hand here. And I'm going to do the same thing, but with the Fuji on the other side. As I started to swatch the Fuji, I definitely saw what is going to make me probably pick the Polar Express, which surprises me because I love the Fuji. But as I was swatching, I love these 2 blues. I love the yellow shimmer. I love the yellows that are in it and the reds and the blues. What I see as the issue is the dark mattes to light matte ratio. This has more dark options than this one. That being said, this one here without the options of darking up in each color category makes me not pick this one. And we're going to take it over with the Polar Express. I honestly didn't think that that was going to happen whenever I first opened this palette. When I first opened this palette and looked at the colors without swatching and without trying it on and everything, I really didn't think that this one was going to beat out any of my top 5. Much to my surprise, the only thing that makes me wonder if I did the right decision is that I now have 2 winter palettes. But I do like cool tones, so that might be why I'm more geared towards this. I know sometimes I totally do not pick what you would pick, and that's okay. You can tell me down in the comments section because I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think of my top 5 now? So I'm just going to go through them just really quickly here. I have the Royal Europe, the Polar Express, the Snow Lodge, the Speakeasy, and the New Zealand Stargazing. So tell me down in the comments down below, and be watching out, subscribe, ring the bell so that you know whenever I'm going live to show you this in live action. We can chit chat the whole 9 yards right before the launch on Monday evening before the Tuesday of the launch, which usually is before it actually turns into Tuesday on my end of things because I'm Central Standard Time. But I will post that on Instagram, what time I'll be going live that evening. So make sure you're following me over there as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And until the next time, guys, I hope glitter catches your eye, but never goes in it. Take care. Bye-bye.